I think a big problem with a lot of people nowadays is they want immediate results. They want to try it, succeed. If not, they quit. And then they get discouraged from trying new things in the future because they feel like they're not going to succeed immediately. When you act in fear, it'd be fear of failure.
Don't compare yourself to people when doing anything, because what somebody else got, they got it a different way than you. I think, fear is what held me back the most, because I couldn't even give myself a chance to say whether I liked it or even that I did something or I've been there. I just wasn't there at all. I didn't gain anything from not doing something. Fear was, I think, my biggest handicap up until now. I just feel like you have to equip yourself because everybody's just trying to get first place, and you're gonna add something to your repertoire, and you can't do that without trying things. You never know what your next hobby will be if you don't try it. Cause we rapping and stuff, and we in love with music, and we know music is our passion, but we don't know what music can give us along the way. Get ourselves in places that we want to be using music, and use that to project who we are, but also use it to get where we want to be in multiple ways. And you got to be willing to put yourself out there and go through that slow grind.
And not be afraid of the long game.
Oh well, instead of what if. And I feel like you get more out of the experience whether you fail or not than just not doing anything at all. Music really helped me conquer that fear. That's the first thing that I really done with, not being afraid of judgment. That tied into sports, academics, everything. I was afraid of judgment. Fear is the biggest thing that held me back. And I stress it over and over again, people have actually got to do it first, whether you like it or not. Stepping out of your comfort zone will make you. And that's more important, period. Because, I wouldn't have memories, lessons, all that if I didn't do that.
As a young person, you have nothing but time. Well, when I say that, that doesn't mean sit around and wait. That means you have nothing but time to figure out what you like and what you want to do, which means try new things. What Cole say, man? How you gonna get rich if you don't take a risk or some shit like that? I feel that line.
Scared to take a chance.
Yeah. I feel like you really can't make progress or do things you want to do or get further without taking risks, without trying and changing what you've been doing.
I like this one. It's like, how do you expect to fly if you never give yourself the opportunity to fall out the sky?
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, you have to try to do it. I mean, sitting around ain't gonna get you what you want. You know that already. And as for figuring out what you want, I don't know an answer to that really. That's other than experience. Try experiences.
Try new things.
Yes. Gain experiences. And don't be scared to, man. Don't be in your box.
The comfort zone is the danger zone.
Word.
100%.
And I gotta tell myself that all the time as well.
Find comfort in being uncomfortable. That's what I'm doing right now, every day. What do you think stops people the most from doing things?
Fear. The fear of not knowing. Fear of rejection. You know what I'm saying? Fear of not being able to please everybody. When you're not going to be able to please everybody, you can't. You just can't. For example, Drake is like the highest selling artist in this time period right now. Right. Had 1 billion streams in a week. Trust and believe there are some people out there that are just not Drake fans. That shouldn't be our goal. You should do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? People rock with you, they're gonna rock with you. If they don't, love them anyway. Love costs nothing. It's free. It's free to dream. It just costs to chase them.
Us as kids, we had dreams so expensive that our own parents couldn't afford to believe it. And it made it feel like that they didn't believe in us. And I feel like that's why a lot of us go into that cultural norm of getting into society's just normal job. That 9 to 5 grind, day in and day out, retire at 65, live to you 85, 90, and just die. And that's the normal.
Because you think, that's all you see, so you think that's all you can be. To me, the biggest enemy of progression is being content and where you is. biggest enemy of progression. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's be like, you know, I did this and I got this and I got that, I'm good. It shouldn't be like that. If you should look at it as, if I achieve this, I can do that. And if I do that, then I know I can do this. You feel me?
There's always room
Exactly.
for
It's
improvement.
always.
That's
So I feel
always-
like content is the biggest enemy of progression, bro.
I don't know how to put it, but if people just live their own lives and don't worry about nobody else, I think the world would be okay. It would avoid a lot of things. Maybe I don't know how to put it. I'm not good with words, but
Mind your business.
Right,
just mind your business.
Like how it is. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like, man, I think that is important to think about. That is important to think about. What do you think about, I don't like to refute it, but like, I like to see different perspectives, the opposite side of it. What do you think about people wanting to mind their business too much? People being too, what Marley said, too focused on being by themselves. They don't want to ask for help when they know there's help out there. Not wanting to collectively make the world better, but trying to do everything by themselves.
you can't do it. At the end of the day, you can't do everything by yourself, so you have to decide if you're going to be open enough to ask for the help, or you just always going to stay, I guess, stagnant and content with what you got going on. And I think some people are content with what they have going on, so they're just like, why would I ask for help? They don't see the bigger picture.
You think it could be like an ego thing?
Could be. I can't speak for everybody, but it could be. It could be multiple reasons for real.
There's some things in my life that I could regret doing, but I look at it and think, well, had this not happened, then I wouldn't be who I am today. And me personally, I believe that I've become a great person throughout my life. I've lost a lot of people in my life. I lost my mother 2014, my granny 2012, and my first daughter 2016. Like I've lost a lot of people, and I've done a lot of stuff that I could regret in looking back on it. But you know, if I hadn't have done it that way, my way, then I would not be who I am today. Definitely to not commit because of fear of failure. Because, I mean, you're not going to know if you're going to fail unless you actually do it. You know, so when you act on, you know, what you say, love and just, you know, just doing it, I mean, there's a 50-50 chance of what's going to happen. You know, when you try and holler at a chick, you know, you with your friend and you scared to do it, what your friend tell you? Bro, the worst thing she can say is no.
Exactly. The worst thing that can
That's
happen is
it.
you be right back in the same situation right now.
Yeah, but you
and
learn
not-
from that, though. If you fail, that all it is just learning. You fail one time, it's like when you trying to take your first steps, you know, you trying to walk, you fall down. You don't just stay on the ground just because, you know, I can't learn how to walk. No, you get back up and do it again and try and do it differently than you did it the first time.
You know, that's just thought about. I want, from now on camera, from now on, everybody that I surround myself with, I'm going to treat them not like my kid, but like a kid. And that I'm trying to teach how to walk in anything that they do. No matter what happens, no matter how many times they fall and fail, make them realize that failing and falling is not permanent. That in order to run, you have to learn how to walk.
Yep.
And no matter what anybody does around me in their life, as long as I'm there to help get them up,
Yep.
they can always, what I was told, you can land on your back. If you can look up, you can get up.
Yep. My saying that I have in my life is it's okay to be down, but it's not okay to stay down. It's okay to be down, you know, every once in a while. You know, just take your time and do that, but don't stay there because it's when you get stagnant. That's when people run over you, you know, so you got to get back up and keep going.